Alright guys, welcome back. I have another video for you today, and today's video is, as you can tell from the title, my pregnancy symptoms that I experienced before I even knew I was pregnant. Just a little disclaimer just to let you know that these are all my personal symptoms that I experienced, and that is not to say that you will experience them. That's not to say that you won't experience them. Every woman is different, every pregnancy is different. This is just kind of to help you out, whether you're thinking you may be pregnant or not, you're not sure, you're feeling certain symptoms that you think could be. This is just to help you, maybe give you a little guideline or whatever. So first of all, I just want to start off by saying I have never actually TTC'd. Our first sign was a surprise, and our second was basically we wanted him and we tried, but I didn't follow my ovulation and say, okay, this is when it has to be done. I didn't check for ovulation temperatures or anything like that. It was just go with the flow. If it happens, it happens. And that was for the last two. Just so you know, because I know a lot of you out there actually try to conceive. Check your temperatures. You make sure, you know, you're busy during the ovulation week and so on. So all of my symptoms that I have written down, I had experienced all within about a week and a half after our little hanky-panky time. That was within the week of ovulation. So the first thing that I remember experiencing, and this was with all three pregnancies, and I don't remember experiencing it any other time throughout my cycle, before I was pregnant, anything. I've experienced a very sharp shooting pain through what I felt was my uterus. It was almost like, it was a pain that you would kind of stop yourself and just, oh, like you had to hold on to something. Like it was sharp, it stung, but it only lasted like seconds. And I would feel that a few times here and there over the course of about a week. That pain could very well have been an implantation pain. I did experience period-like cramping, basically lots of cramps and unexplainable pains all throughout the ovaries and uterus area. My other symptom that I started to experience was needing to go pee all the time. And it was basically more so I noticed throughout the night. I would be waking up in the middle of the night, which was out of the ordinary for me. Normally I can sleep throughout the night and not need to wake up to use the washroom. But within this week stretch and so on is when I noticed that I'm waking up in the middle of the night to have to go to the bathroom. Then there is exhaustion. I just remember there being one night I was sitting on the couch and we were watching one of our shows, and it was maybe 8 o'clock and I am struggling to keep my eyes open and stay awake. And now again, that's not normal for me. Normally it's more so about 10 or 11 and then I'm starting to feel like that. But to be feeling like that around 8 o'clock, I remember with my last two pregnancies that it was the same thing. I could not get past like 7:38 without being wiped out, dead tired, falling asleep for the rest of the night. And at this point, my period is technically not even late. It's still like supposed to be a few more days before it even starts, if not almost a week. And I'm already experiencing this. Complete, utter, just being tired. By the end of the night, wiped, need to sleep. The next thing, the boobs. Another thing that I instantly started to notice a difference in before my period was even late. Soreness, tenderness, even fuller feeling already. And for me, that was another big sign too, because normally they feel sore during my monthly cycle, but they don't feel bigger. The metallic taste. Some women experience this throughout their pregnancies. Lasted maybe about an hour. It wasn't long, but long enough that I noticed it, and everything I tried I couldn't get it away. But there was that metallic-y taste in my mouth. Headaches. I began to experience headaches. I'm not one to normally get headaches all the time, but you know, here and there I experienced them. There wasn't anything different about them, just your ordinary headache, and that was that. Back pain. I began to feel lower back pain. I was experiencing a bit of emotion that was, you know, starting to happen. Certain things were making me a bit more irritable, and the nausea. I remember there was one night for sure before my period was late, and I couldn't finish supper. I don't know what it was. I just felt like maybe I was coming down with something. but I remember feeling sick after a couple bites, pushed it away, couldn't finish it. But I think that was the only time I felt nauseous that early on, and it was gone up until the 6th week, and that's when it hit me full force, and you all know where that took me. And then the last symptom that I remember is the stuffy nose. That was a pain in the ass. I felt that from before I even knew up until weeks after, if not like a month or two. That lasted. Just always constantly feeling like my nose is stuffed, or it would be constantly needing to be cleaned out. Like I need to constantly blow my nose because it's just mucousy and gross. So those were all of my symptoms that I experienced before I actually had my missed period. The day that my period was due. Now normally my period is right on, so when the day came where Aunt Flo was supposed to stop in and visit, she didn't come. The next day came and she still didn't come. Then it was the 3rd day, she still wasn't around. That's when I basically realized that I was pregnant. I kept all of it secret. I didn't tell anybody, not even Randy, and I had to be kind of sneaky about getting the test because I didn't want him to know yet until I knew for sure. So it wasn't until like 4 or 5 days after I had missed it that I ended up getting one and testing positive. So with all of those symptoms that I experienced, and let me tell you, every single one I experienced, I did Google and wondered if it could be a pregnancy symptom. And yes, they could all have been pregnancy symptoms. So it was no shock when I took the test and those 2 lines showed up, bam, right on, within seconds. As long as you're in tune with your body and you know what's normal and what's not, it should be pretty easy to feel when there's change, in my experience anyway. I mean, everybody's different, you may not feel that. So hopefully this video helped anybody out there. If you're having any of these symptoms and you just have that feeling, go out, get your test, take the test, and find out. Alright guys, so that's it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and click that subscribe button. So until next time, bye.